sure there will be very few people standing up and saying, hey, I'd like to pay more. It's just not the way this normally works. But we do want to hear the real-life stories of how the proposed increase of $4 now and $2 in 2014 will affect folks who commute every day, and the proposed $1 path fare increase will affect folks on an everyday basis. That's part of why we want to hear it. We also want to hear from the various interest groups who are involved in the economic activity that uses the bridges and tunnels, and those folks who are traveling to work every day on the path. Like I've said over and over again, this is a balancing act. We inherited a lot of this, unfortunately, and I don't use it as an excuse. It's a reality. We saw the report in the New York Post last week that the spending on the World Trade Center is $2 billion more than what the executive director was representing it was. I mean, that's a lot of money, $2 billion. And the only place the Port Authority gets this money from is from tolls and fares, and some revenue from the airports as well. But given the economic downturn, revenues at the airport have not been what they always were. So we're going to have to balance this. But I can assure folks, as I said last week, Governor Cuomo and I are talking. Our staffs are working together to try to get to the bottom of what's really necessary to keep the port active. And let's remember this: the port is working on dozens and dozens of projects that are employing thousands of people across the region. And so you have to be mindful of that as well when you're making these decisions. So it's a multi-layered decision. Governor Cuomo and I continue to have direct and intense conversations between the two of us and below us and our staffs, both at the Port Authority and on our personal staffs. And we'll get to a conclusion that I think is right. But what that conclusion will be, I don't know yet. And I think any of these folks who are out there predicting that they know what Governor Cuomo and I are going to do will be just as wrong as most of the people who try to predict what I'm going to do.